Hello everyone, in today's video I am back for the first week's cash stuffing of March. So this is for week number 1 of March. In today's video we're stuffing a total of $1,262 worth of income. Let me go over my daily income with you guys really quickly. So on Tuesday I made $187, Wednesday I did not work, but on Thursday I made $543, Friday I made $218, and then Saturday I made $314. As you can see, I did do a little bit of a overhaul on my setup here. So I got my new mat out for the spring, which I'm so excited about. Green is actually my favorite color. I love this color green specifically. I have red hair, so this color green or like darker emerald or olive greens look really good with my hair colors. I've always been kind of drawn to them. And so I got a new mat for the upcoming months. It is two-sided. I will link it, of course, in my Amazon storefront, but the other side is a really pretty blue color, which I'll probably pull out, during the summer. But let's go ahead and get into today's video. So let's get this money counted. We will get organized and we'll get stuffing. Alrighty, y'all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 81,000, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 25, 35, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, and 2. $1,262. Y'all, if you have a green thumb or you know anything about plants, please comment down below what kind of plant this is. I've been trying to keep it watered, but I honestly don't have a green thumb and I'm trying to keep it alive. If you know how to take care of it, if you know what it is, please let me know. I'm going to try to put it more in direct sunlight. Maybe that's why it's dying. I'm not sure, but y'all help me out. All right, let's get this money organized. Now we aren't working with a lot of change, and also I meant to scratch for my March mystery challenge in my last video, my unstuffing and bill swap, which I'll link above if you haven't got to see it yet. But I meant to go ahead and scratch for this weekend. I completely forgot. Now I did budget $20 for this challenge, but if I scratch under that, like if the amounts are under 20 bucks, I'll go ahead and reallocate the funds. And if they're over, I'll just have to put it in next week's stuffing. But let's go ahead and get into bills first. So you'll notice that all of my bill envelopes are empty, and I have been mentioning to you guys the past few weeks that I am going to invest all this money, or I guess put all this money into a high yield savings account so that I can earn interest on it. So I went ahead and pulled the money out of the envelopes, and I will be putting that into a high yield savings account. That way I can accrue interest and earn some money. But going into rent this week is 300 bucks. So let's go ahead and do let's do 300s because I do have them. So we'll do 300 in rent. And then at the end of the month, after my unstuffing and bill swap, whenever I do pay my bills, any excess, I will go ahead and keep funding into that high yield savings account so I can continue to build my 3 to 6 months of expenses. Next up is subscriptions. I'm putting 10 bucks in here. So let me just go ahead and grab a $10 bill. And that one now has $10. For cell phone, I'm putting 25. So let's do a 20 and a 5. And of course, you guys know I've mentioned this several times. If you're new here, maybe you don't know, but for those who have been watching for a while, my electric does come out at a different part of the month. So I did take out money from this envelope, but I needed to keep some in here because my electric is coming up to be due in, I guess, a week or so. But I am going to add 25 to this. So let's do, I'm going to do a 20 and a 5. So 25. That brings electric to 50, 70, 90, 110, 15, 20, $120 now on electric. Childcare, I'm throwing 70 in here. So we'll do 20, 40, 60, and then I think that's my last 10, which is kind of inconvenient because I did just do my consolidation video and I don't have a ton of change in these envelopes, but 70 going into childcare. If anything, I do have income in my income envelope. I do have some money in there. I'll just exchange some notes if I need to. For internet, I'm also putting 10 bucks. So yeah, really quickly, I'm going to grab some 10s and I'll be right back. Alrighty, y'all. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but let's go ahead and get back into internet and go ahead and throw a $10 bill in there. And then we are also putting $10 into dental insurance. So let's go ahead and throw another $10 bill in here. And then in health insurance, I'm putting 15. So we'll put a 10 and a 5. Now, lastly, in this binder, I'm putting 150 bucks into investing. So let's do this 100, or one of these hundreds, I guess, 2 20s, and then we'll put 2 5s. And I'll pull this out of here. So 1, 20, 45, 150. That brings this envelope to 1,005, 6, 20, 45, 50. So $1,650 now in investing. A total of $615 went into bills. That leaves $647 remaining. So let's move on to cash envelopes. Now, I have not been able to start my month ahead or my expenses for my cash envelopes, which I was thinking about the other day that I really need to start doing, where I over budget in my cash envelope so that way I have that excess money to put in my high yield savings account. So that is a goal of mine, to start like over budgeting in here or putting money away, but that will come in the future, I guess. And gas, we're going to go ahead and fund this with $30. You know what? I need to make change again. I'll be right back, y'all. Alrighty, y'all. So let's go ahead and do that 30 bucks in here. We'll do a 20 and a 10. So let's do this one and this one. So 30 now in gas. I did spend a little bit more than usual in groceries. So I'm going to go ahead and put 115 in here to cover those groceries that I spent, or the money that I spent on the groceries this past week. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 100, 10, and 15. So 115 going into groceries. For my personal spending, I'm going to go ahead and put 40 bucks. $25 just has not been cutting it. I feel like I have been going over budget a lot. So instead of trying to get money from other envelopes to cover the expenses in my personal spending, I'm just going to try to budget more and see how that works for me. I'm not really a huge spender. It's just that I feel like you go to a coffee shop and there's like $15 if you buy it for you and a friend. I don't know, just things are really expensive. So I want to go ahead and up this budget for this envelope so that way I don't keep feeling like I'm overspending. Let's go ahead and do 20, 30. Let's do, I'm not really going to be able to do some change in here. Let me just do 2 20s. So 40 now in personal spending. And date night, I'm putting 25. So let's do 25 and 15 is 40. So I'm going to put these back. I'm going to grab 2 20s instead. That brings date night to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Skipping over Sam's Club, going into the Zora envelope, and I'm putting $10 in here. This is also my reptile or gecko envelope. $10, which brings this envelope to 10, 15, 10, 110, 115, $115 in the reptile envelope. For giving, I'm going to go ahead and put $10 in here. So I'll grab one of those $10 bills. And then we didn't have anything for my challenges. So $230 went into cash envelopes, which leaves $417 remaining. Let's go ahead and get into my sinking funds. So starting off with my short-term sinking funds, getting into Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and put $25 in here. So let's do a 20 and a 5. That brings Christmas now to 1, 2, 25, $225 now in this envelope. And then we're going to skip over the next few. I'm going to get into birthdays. So I did take my best friend out today. My sister and I took our best friend out today to do some clothes shopping. I asked her what she wanted, and she wanted to go ahead and grab some new outfits because she is going on a trip for her graduation. She's graduating this year. So we took her to do that as like a birthday gift, and then we are going to go to dinner for her birthday. But I do need to fund this because on top of that, my mom's birthday is next month and we are going out of town. So I want to go ahead and put $100 in here. I'm going to do that in 20s. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 81. And that brings birthdays now to 20, 40, 60, 81, 25. So $125 now in birthdays. Let's skip to car insurance. Car insurance is getting $50. And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 20s and a 10. That brings car insurance now to 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 50. $350 now in car insurance. Now, I pay my policy every 6 months, so I save the entire 6-month policy and then I just pay it in one lump sum. That's what I'm doing here. That's why it's in my sinking funds and it is not in my bills category. Let's go ahead and get into sports and clubs. My son does karate, so this is what this money covers. And I'm putting $15 in here. Let's go ahead and do a 20 instead. That brings sports and clubs to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then lastly, in this binder, I'm going to go ahead and put $15 into self-care. I do need to get my nails redone. They're looking kind of rough. So let's go ahead and do, I think I'm going to do a 20 and a 5 instead. So 25. That brings self-care to 20, 40, 65. And I think I want to do like a spring color. I'm thinking maybe like a rose color would be really pretty. I don't really go crazy on the color of my nails or like the style of my nails. I don't really do any kind of like artsy stuff, but I'm thinking either that or like a sage green would be really, really nice. But that does it for the short-term sinking fund binder. Let's go ahead and get into my long-term sinking fund binder. And again, I will do the scratch challenge. Anything left over, I'll put into another envelope. But in the back here, we are skipping the front ones and getting into emergency fund. I'm putting $24 in here. If you guys have been following me, you know that last year I did a challenge where I put $23 away every week for the year 2023. I have since carried that challenge over into 2024. So putting $24 a week into this challenge to save towards that emergency fund I mentioned earlier. Let's do 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 20. That brings emergency fund now to 1, 50, 70, 90. That's 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. $216 now in emergency fund. In my Roth, I'm putting 125. So let's go ahead and do 1, 20, and a 5. That brings my Roth to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,500, 6,125. $6,125 now in my Roth. I'm so close to getting that max contribution amount, which is $6,500 for 2023. I'm still maxing out last year's. In my son's envelope, I'm going to go ahead and put 25. Let's just do a 20 and a 5. This is 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's right, Saveopoly. Okay. Yeah, let's do 5 ones instead, actually. So 20 and 5 ones. And that brings my son's envelope to 1, 2, 3,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 900. So $3,900 now in my son's envelope. Next, I did roll $18 the last time I did my Saveopoly challenge, so I need to put $18 in here. I'm going to pull this out because we are going to roll for next week. This challenge, or a similar challenge, I'll say, is linked below. I can't find this exact one that I got, but I do have a similar one linked below if you wanted to give it a try. So 10, a 5, and that's 3 ones. So $10, $15, $16, $17, $18 going in here from last week. And then we do, again, need to roll for next week. So let me get my stuff. Alrighty. Let's see what we're going to put away next week. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is $10. So we'll put $10 away in next week's cash stuffing. And then let's go ahead and figure out what we are going to put away for my mystery challenge. I actually forgot to put the new one in here, so I went ahead and grabbed that, and let me grab my coin. Now, last time for my February challenge, I went this way. So I think I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go these two first. So, uh-oh. Well, that's already 20 bucks right there. So there's that. So 20 and 5. Darn. I wish I would have had 25 because that would have been perfect, but that's okay. We'll put $5 in for next week as well. But really quickly, let me clean that off. So I'm going to go ahead and put 20. I'm going to put 20 bucks in here. We're going to put the 5 away next week, but I do also need to scratch for next week. So before I forget, let me go ahead and figure out what else we're putting away for next week. So that's 15 total for next week plus. Okay, so we're putting $25 away next week, which is super reasonable. Really easy to do. Perfect. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and put this 20 bucks in here. And then that does it for this week's cash stuffing, y'all. So definitely stay tuned for next week's cash stuffing where I'll stuff that other $25 for my mystery challenge. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like down below. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I've had a few new subscribers recently, so thank you all. If you're already subscribed, if you just subscribed, welcome to the family. I really appreciate y'all supporting the channel. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.